Hello, both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Welcome everybody to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Thursday, so you know what that means. We're going to have another Educational Thursday presentation. We have two phenomenal guests coming back. They've been on the platform before. They know the rodeo. They know how I go, but they're going to come bless our community with some more financial literacy information. They're going to be talking about retirement and a couple of important things that we need to know in our community, and they're going to give us those gems. Even though today is Veterans Day, the show will continue, so we are here to educate our community. With that being said, shout out to all of our veterans, the men and women alive, or the ones who have passed. We just want to salute them and honor them. You all know here at both sides of the conversation, we will always uplift, salute our military folks for the work that they have done, protecting our country and doing the things that they do to impact our community. So just wanted to give them a huge shout out. And also within saying that, I also want to acknowledge to my veteran brothers and sisters out there who reached out to me through text message and email, kind of upset because this year we will not have a veterans conversation. As you all know, some of our programming had to step back due to the financial needs that we need, and we started moving our Sunday conversation to the third Sunday as we're trying to build financial capacity to uplift and move our platform forward. And there was a number of veterans out there who reached out to me and said, you know, we was looking forward to having a conversation because we also want the community to know as veterans some of the issues and some of the things that we deal with as veterans to get services, support. And I just want to let all those veterans know we will have a show for you all. We're going to continue to have our conversations and advocate for you all. We are doing a lot of things behind the scenes to make sure that we get the funding and the support so that we can get the staffing and the things that we need to do to continue to push this platform forward and the things that we're doing to impact the community. So I just want to give that respect and love to those veterans out there, and shout out to Eric Compton, to Sister Gloria Berry, and a number of the veterans who I love and support and been on our platform. I had a number of the veteran affairs folks reach out to me that was part of last year's conversation. We will get a conversation for you all. We won't let it go away. But again, we're working on building some capacity and some things that we need for staffing, and we're getting close. We have some promising things, and I don't want to let the cat out the bag. I just want to let y'all know we are having some great conversations with some community sponsors and some folks who believe in the work that we're doing here at both sides of the conversation in the community, and it won't stop, and we'll continue to keep fighting for you all and making sure that these resources, the information gets to our people and get to the community. So we are excited about that. With that being said, thank to our both sides of the conversation team. Our executive team is working so hard behind the scenes doing what they're doing. I was on a number of calls today with them, and I'm gonna just tell you, they are doing some phenomenal things. We have some new things that we're doing, rebranding. Some of the business structures are changing a little bit, but again, what I'm seeing is great, and it's going to really impact our community, how you all interact with us and how we interact with you, and how to just make it more easier to navigate throughout our platform. So I'm excited about that and just looking forward to producing and letting the community know some of the upcoming things that are taking place. So just powerful stuff. Be patient. It is coming. Things is going to roll out. We is not going anywhere. Like I told people are calling, what is going on? We ain't going nowhere. We're going to be here for the community, for the people, and that's what we do. With that being said, we want to give a huge shout out to East Oakland Collective. Today, I was out there with our team. Our guy, Marco, was out there, Silent Tunes, behind the camera, catching the footage, doing the interviews, doing the work, catching this phenomenal day of giving back to the community. Over 350 families were blessed today with groceries, meals, and things that the East Oakland Collective is doing, and we are happy to be working with them, community partnership with them, bringing our communities together, helping impact our community. There are some things that we are in the works that is going to impact both sides of the Bay and a lot of the Bay Area. Some phenomenal think tanks are happening, and we're just figuring out how we're going to impact our people. So I want to thank them and the East Oakland team for just blessing our community. I know at the end of the day, as we were approaching, was a number of families who wasn't able to get stuff because they just ran out of supplies. And again, we are looking for support for them, and we're going to continue to uplift and support the efforts that they are doing. And, 5 days a week, they are out there beating the concrete up, serving our people in the community. We're going to do our part to help them get these sponsors and these folks in the community, get behind them, because the goal is I would like to see them giving out 12 to 1,500 meals every day for our community. They are doing some work that's really impacting the community. So we're going to keep uplifting them and supporting them so that we can support our community. Because I don't know about y'all, but the gas is going out of the roof. The food is going out the roof. I went to the grocery store. I said, wow, the discretionary funds in our community are going away with this inflation. And I'm glad Cynthia Nim is here to talk about retirement, how to save. Let me tell you, the next couple of months, our families are going to be impacted. So when you have organizations like East Oakland Collective and a number of other organizations that are giving our families food and help during these times for our young folks, it is very, very important. And I just want the community to know times is hard. Do not think for 1 second these support services is not needed in our community. We need more support, and we're going to continue to advocate for the people. The times are getting hard. The gas alone is enough to drive you insane. I'm telling you, these gas prices out of the roof. $5.25 I was seeing across the Bay Area. Let me tell you, to fill up my car, whoo, it costs a lot. I'm gonna just tell you, it's a lot. But with that being said, we're gonna jump into our announcements and get our guests up here. They got other events that they have to do today, so we want to be respectful of those times. And we have one other little short presentation before we get started. But today is Veterans Day, and just for people who don't know, I have some young folks that didn't really understand Veterans Day, so we just want to let them know that the Veterans Day was originated as Amnesty Day on November the 11th, 1999, the first anniversary of the end of the World War I. Congress passed a resolution in 1926 for annual observation of November 11th to become the national holiday beginning in 1938. It is unlike Memorial Day. Veteran Day is paid tribute to all American veterans, living or dead, but especially giving thanks to the living veterans who served the country honorably during the war and peacetime. To the soldiers out there, to the past and present, we want to thank you, especially here at both sides of the conversation, for the risk that you all take, the sacrifice that you make. We want to thank you for your bravery and your example that you setting us for us all. And we just taking that model today, even though it was Veteran Day and we didn't have to do much and banks were closed and normal business stopped. We still want to do our part as both sides of the conversation and get out in the community and serve the people like our military does. So thank you to all our veterans. And we was out there working with the community, with the East Oakland Collective Day, blessing the people. And that's what we're doing collectively. Also, there was a number of retired Marine families, heroes that got their mortgages paid off in full for their brand new homes in North Carolina. There was a couple in North Carolina and Jacksonville who learned on national TV that their houses were being fully paid off. Mario and Amy Petrez both served in the Marine Corps for more than a decade, deploying multiple times and serving America with honor. They was able to get those houses paid off, so salute to them. And that's just amazing stuff to hear. Dedication and courageous and consistency pays off, and I'm just happy that those families were able to be able to take it. The Marine Corps value their honor, their courage, their commitment. And the hard thing is, it's a hard thing to live by. But the one thing that Mario said he has done was, as a retired Master Sergeant, to Tony Johnson, said that's what veterans do. They got it paid through the United Homes loans. And they're committed to the country by fully paying off their brand new homes. So that was just great stuff. And then Mario said that he and his wife and their 2 kids have been looking for a new home for a while. However, because of the demanding housing market, it's very difficult, but it ended with that purchase. So just shout out for them and that great news. That is just some powerful stuff. And we're going to continue to do our part here to educate you how to get your money in order through these financial literacy, so more of our people can get into home ownership. So we are excited, looking for that. For both sides of the conversation, announcements for folks that's trying to support us and help us with that capacity building, you could definitely go on and shop at the Amazon Smile program and look up both sides of the conversation and do a charitable donation to us. Every item that you purchase, you can give a small percentage of that purchase to both sides of the conversation without any extra charges. But that's just a great way to support for folks that are supporting. And I know during this holiday season, a lot of people are going to continue to shop online with Amazon as we continue to deal with the riffraff and the things that's happening in our community. So what a way that you could give back, not only to both sides of the conversation, any of your charitable organizations, check them out. With that being said, the East Oakland Collective, for people who don't know or maybe new watching, every day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they are serving catered meals at 12 p.m. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, they are doing groceries in catered meal. Today was Thursday, so folks got groceries. These food bags were tremendous. They had stuffs, items in there for the young folks, Pedialyte and medicine as we in this winter season, and different foods and toilet paper and things of that nature, the small things that sometimes we don't think is needed. But it was definitely nice to see those food banks and those catered meals from those organizations. Thank them all for donations and doing their work. It was phenomenal. So just great to see that. So please check them out. Look on our website. You can see them, East Oakland Collective. You can tap in there, or you can go to the eastoaklandcollective.com. But they are our community partner. They're on our website, and you can support them. With that being said, this Saturday, everybody, the rain has passed by. I've checked the weather 25 times. Both sides of the conversation, the East Oakland Collective is having our both sides of the bay unified family and friends skate day. It is happening this Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Liberation Park in Oakland, 7101 Foothill Boulevard, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please get there. This is a registered event. We're trying to get as many folks to register, but if you don't get a chance to, you can register at the event. But it's nice to get that head count. We got about 200 catered meals from the Jamaican. Oh, this is going to be some good Jamaican food. If you want some great Jamaican food, check these folks out. We're going to be putting up a little clip here shortly, but they are the organization that's going to be providing our food. And let me tell you, this Jamaican food is yummy to the tummy. Please bring your own skates. If not, we're going to have about 200 rental skates out there. So don't worry about it. If you have a large family or you got some relatives visiting, we know school is letting out for some schools that we're approaching Thanksgiving. But again, we will have rental skates out there for folks for free. You don't have to pay. We'll get you rental skates if you don't have them. But if you have your nice custom skates that you like to glide so smoothly across the wood, please bring your skates and come have a great time with us this Saturday. It is going to be a great event. There's going to be mini golf. We're going to have the mini golf set up out there. We're going to have DJ. It's going to be happening, man. The family, we're going to come out. We're changing that narrative. We know there's been a violent weekend across the Bay Area in Oakland, but we're going to let folks know we are not afraid of our community. We're going to get out in the community with our families, with our young people. And I'm bringing my granddaughter out here. So I'm going to tell you how much I believe in community, and we're going to have a good time and roll around and enjoy the day for our young folks and for the community. So that event is happening, and we'll see you out there. I'll be out there. Our Both Sides of the Conversation team will be out there, and a number of other community sponsors are going to show up and support. So please come out, network, meet some other families. This is what this is all about, unifying our communities. Don't matter where you're from, what side of the bay. It's about us as people coming together and getting to know each other and having a good time like we used to do so long ago. With that being said, also on the East Oakland Collective and both sides of the conversation are coming together for Feed the Hood 19. The Thanksgiving edition and Pop-Up Care Village is happening Saturday, November 20th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to start doing all of the work at the East Oakland Collective office at 78 MacArthur Boulevard. We are going to be blessing the community, okay? When I say bless the community, there's a number of things that we're going to be doing together with our partners. We're going to be a pop-up health clinic. We're going to be doing PPE gear, food. We are going to the unhoused, to the house. We're doing everything to impact the people in need. And this is going to be a phenomenal event. And just to give you all a sneak peek, next Tuesday for our Hidden Gem show, we'll have all of those sponsors and partners that are part of the Feed the Hood to come on and talk to the community about what we're going to be doing. So looking forward to that Hidden Gem show next week. It is going to be happening. We are still looking for volunteers for both events. Okay, for the skating event this weekend, we need a couple more volunteers because we got popcorn and cotton candy. We need some folks to run those machines because y'all know me. It's going to be hard for me to run all three machines and things by myself. Everybody's going to want to talk to me and take pictures and all that. So I'm looking for some brothers and some sisters out there in the community to come help out, house one of these machines for a couple of hours, and let our young folks come get some cotton candy and popcorn and things of that nature. So we need some volunteers, or you could donate and support both events. Feed the Hood. We are looking for people with cars that could come follow some of the ambassadors that's going to be a part of this Feed the Hood thing. We're going to go to these encampments. So we need cars so we can load these foods up and these PPEs and some of the things that our folks are going to need and get it out to the community. So we're still looking for volunteers. Please reach out to us, East Oakland Collective, and we'll get your volunteer opportunities there. I know it's getting close to the end of the school year. Some of our college folks need some of that volunteer time. So come on over and support these events. And then East Oakland Collective and both sides of the conversation, we are doing a supply and toy drive drop-off. Items could be sent to 78 MacArthur Boulevard. We are looking for toys, blankets, and things of that nature, coats. As we are getting further into these winter months, it is getting cold out there and our folks need support. We want to make sure that these folks that need this support gets it. We are asking folks to try to bring new items if you're going to donate, or you could go onto the Toy Drive website, Target, and different things to buy blankets and send it in so that we can help some of these folks to need. Also, the Heal the Hood is happening on this same event of the Feed the Hood. We need volunteers for that. Sabrina is going to be coming on from Freedom Community Clinic. They are going to be doing a pop-up clinic. They're going to be over there by the Home Depot on High Street. They're going to be doing some healing work and some medical stuff for the community as well. They are looking for volunteers and donations. They're going to be doing clothes and different things of that nature, but they'll be coming on this Tuesday to let community know a little bit more of what they need. So we are looking forward to that support and looking to see those folks come on as well. And then tomorrow, the long-awaited OMI participation project and the OMI Invest Black is happening, the sneaker ball. I'm going to pull up for a little while to this event. I know we've been announcing it for weeks now. It's finally here. My brother Maurice Rivers and the OMI team, phenomenal folks. They are putting this event together. It is going to be held at 650 Capitol Avenue in San Francisco. The doors will be opening at 5:30 p.m. and it will be from 6 to 8 p.m. They're going to have DJs, food, song, dancing. This is a vaccination-proof required event. So please show your proof of vaccination, and then your mask and social distancing will still be in effect. We'll get the contact information out, but you can all reach out to my brother Maurice Rivers and connect him. That's going to be a great event, and I'll be out there to support my brother as well. With that being said, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out and happy birthday to my sister Tiffany Carter from SF Black Wall Street. Today is her birthday. Just want to give her some shout outs and love, and to the whole SF Black Wall Street team for the phenomenal work that they're doing in our community. Want to give a huge shout out to Denise and Jafria and Tamara and all of the folks that are doing some amazing work. Want to just show them love as well. So happy birthday, Tiff. We love you. And we know the work that you're trying to do as far as Black businesses and empowering our community is phenomenal. So thank you. And I hope you're enjoying your birthday. With that being said, for some of our coming up shows, just so that everybody knows, we're still going to have shows. We're trying to get all of our stuff continue to go on, but we've got a special presentation, our Educational Thursday on November the 18th. we're going to have Dr. Noah from the Roots come on and talk about a number of things when it comes to COVID and some of the briefs from our health. We are working with them right now, trying to get something in the future to go on to get some of this medical information and support to the community. So that conversation is happening on November the 18th. Please tune in. That will be a special night to really learn about this COVID vaccination and some of the stuff they're doing. And now that our young folks are getting it, you can ask questions and different things of that nature. So we are looking forward to that. And with that being said, more news. I'm not going to let it out the bag, but there's some things that both sides of the conversation are going to be doing to help impact our community tremendously, not just with COVID, but mental health and some of the other things that you all know. I advocate so hard on this platform about mental health in our community. So we have some stuff that is going to be going on with the Rafiki Coalition and Rafiki Wellness that is going to be coming up. We're going to have a special presentation in December, more information to come. We are excited about that. You all know I've been talking about mental health. And finally, we're going to be working with some folks that we can get on here to educate our community, have some real conversations about mental health, get some coping tools and some different things of that nature. Some phenomenal stuff coming, but I'm going to be quiet. I ain't going to tell y'all all of them because I don't want to get the cat out the bag just yet. But stay tuned. More information to come. And with that being said, one more announcement before we bring up our phenomenal guest tonight. With that being said, I have a short clip for everybody who wants to know what this Saturday event is going to look like. It's going to be security. We're going to have everything there, but this is a family event. But I want to take a few seconds to show you all this presentation so you can look at and see what's going to be happening for this Saturday. I'm excited. This Saturday, 3 o'clock. I can't wait till we get here. Both sides of the conversation, Family Skate Day. Take a look at this, everybody. Phenomenal stuff. And we have some real skaters, y'all. Some professional skaters that is coming from Houston. They flying all the way from Houston to come out to be a part of this event. So don't miss it. It's going to be fun. They're going to be doing some cool moves. And I hope some of our young folks out there that got them skills to pay the bills. Now, if I fall, I told y'all the other day, don't y'all laugh at me if I fall, because I'm coming for y'all. You know, I ain't that good. But I will be doing interviews on my skate. Y'all will be seeing me around the skate ring, messing around with our young folks. But y'all better not laugh at me if I fall, because I know it's going to hurt. But y'all better not take no pictures. If I catch you taking pictures if I fall, it's going to be a problem. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close my mouth now and bring up our honored guest tonight. They've been here before. They're going to come bless our community with more information. And you all know this Educational Thursday means a lot to me as we intentionally try to continue to educate our community with information that sometimes our community don't get. So with that being said, I am honored to introduce tonight's guest. I'm going to bring up Cynthia and my brother Sean. They're going to come on here and bless you all with information tonight. How you all doing? Welcome back to both sides of the conversation.
Good evening. John, always great to be here. Great to be back again. Hey, it's such an honor and blessing to come back to the community. I definitely want to start off and say, hey, thank you to all the veterans out there. Special shout out to my father. I think all of my uncles at some point spent some sort of time in there in the military. So thank you all. We definitely appreciate you. So yeah, really glad to be here and definitely to be able to be here on Veterans Day. That's an extra honor.
Yes, thank you, John. Yeah, and again, shouts out to all the veterans. And I'm just glad to be here today. 1111 is a special number too. So glad to be able to share this evening about retirement.
All right, phenomenal job. It is over to you all. You can take over and share and get ready to do whatever you guys are going to do with tonight's presentation. And I'm going to sit back and observe this information.
Thank you,
All
John.
right. So here we go.
Yes, so this weekend we're having the youth empowerment seminar. So I really want to invite and encourage everyone to come out. Of course, we want a lot of youth to be there, but of course, it's really important for the family, the parents, the caregivers, the guardians, and stuff as well to be out there to support. My colleagues over here from the Wall Street Educator Kuam and Digital Equity Manager Ray, and me, the Financial Wellness Coach Cynthia Yanniconi. So it's going to be at the Greater Abundant Life, and this Sunday from 11 to 2. And the address is right there, 6221 3rd Street. And thanks to my sister, Watisha. She's on the information if you need to call her, or call me if you want more information. So I'm really excited about this Sunday.
And can you put that information in the chat so I can get up there at some point just to put it in there?
Okay. No, we can't hear you.
Yep, there we go. Hey, we'll get the mic working, right? Cool. So again, my name is Sean Johnson. I just want to share real quick, quick background on why I'm here, what I'm so passionate about. My family means everything to me. They really do. And because of proper financial planning, my family has a legacy that's been passed down, and it's nothing huge, but you know what? It's something that's ours. And it's a nice little cabin up there in South Lake Tahoe that's allowed us to go up there and have a great time together, build some great memories as a family. And I'm blessed to say that my lady down there in the corner and I, we had our son just over 2 months ago. So can't wait to take him up there and have somebody else from the next generation up there having a good time. And that, again, it only happened because my grandparents had some knowledge and they were able to put themselves in a position to be able to pass on to the family. And I want to make sure that I'm doing my part to not just pass on to my family, but to be able to pass that on to my community. Because I know my brothers and sisters out there are working hard. They deserve the knowledge. They deserve to have the opportunity to go out there and be successful, just like so many other people have. They just haven't been given the opportunity to experience that success. So we look forward to bringing y'all some great knowledge tonight. Please reach out to us. If you have any questions, you want to chat some more, go a little bit deeper into it, because we're just going to give you a brief overview of things tonight. So, Cynthia, let me pass it over to you.
Yes, thank you. And so my story is why I've started this is when my dad passed away in 2018. He had no living trust and no life insurance. My mom lost his pension plan after he worked 46 hard years at Kaiser. And so, made me realize all the things that I thought I knew, that I didn't know, that I needed to know to make sure that my family was well taken care of and protected. And it's so, this thing and all this is happening all for a reason too. Like right now, my mom, thank God she's out of the hospital, but she was in the hospital, and, just all these things start to come up. And I feel that at least I'm better prepared to have these conversations with my siblings and with my kids, and just always planning. And of course, like, it brings up the reality of like, who could care for her, and we're trying to all figure it out. And it's been quite a process, I have to say. But at the end of the day, what matters most is family, how much we care and love them. And I think that's what, we're all here for. So that's, my dad has always been that inspiration for me, and he continues to live on. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. So today, like Educational Thursday, financial education, are you ready for your retirement? This was a much needed topic that we were going to talk about, because like I said, my dad, he had a pension plan. He did what he needed to do, but things are the way they are. And it's just really important to plan for it, because personally too, like, he used to talk to me about the 401k and stuff like that. And I didn't really know. And it wasn't until I got this experience to really learn how things work, and other strategies that you want to have to supplement your retirement. So I'm really glad to be providing this information with Sean today. So most Americans can't even retire at the age of 65. You know, we see those older people in the red shirt or the blue shirt in Walmart or in Target, because they weren't able to retire or they had to go back to work. And so, there's a statistic right there: 28% of people over 55 have no retirement savings. So it's really sad and unfortunate. And that's why we're here. We and really want to start the young people. I've had the opportunity to speak to young people, and like dreams come true. And I feel like in programs and education, I am speaking to young people in construction as well, to make that change, to make that shift, to see the importance of saving for retirement. And it's really been an amazing experience. And what's really important is knowing your options, right? Income protection, the retirement, that's what we're focusing on today. But the children's future plan and the multiple streams of income are still very important. And we've talked upon those before. But we're going to focus today on the retirement option and how that's important to plan out. So some of the questions I really want you to think about it, even if you put it on the chat, if you want to share certain things, but are you on track to retire? When and how you want to? I'll share. I'm in my own process as well. And, looking at financial information and getting the information on a continuum. Of course, I feel like I'm behind, but by doing what I'm doing, I'll get to where I need to go, and being able to help and share this information with others. So just really think about it. Are you on track to retire? When and how you want to? So what do you have working for you when it comes to retirement? Like I mentioned, the 401k, that's what the 401k, 403b, 457, the Roth IRAs, or what are you investing in? There's more than that available sometimes that we just don't know about. But the 401ks, usually we depend on a job to give us that. And are you going to do that for your future, or are you going to be willing to look at other options? And what are you doing about taxes? Like right now, people, like, if taxes are going to be higher or lower in the future because of everything that's going on with the pandemic, the stimulus checks, I guarantee you taxes are going to be a lot higher. And when it comes down to retiring too, with these retirement, they're deferred, that you will be paying taxes when you're retiring, and that's going to be a lot higher. And so people really need to understand that and talk to more of a professional in that area. But just, you need to know and think about, if you continue doing what you're currently doing, what impact will that have on your retirement? So one of the things that came up a lot this week was the savings, like having the savings to even do the savings plan, to even start saving money. And it was good to hear people realize that just creating that habit of savings was important. So just think about what's currently you're doing right now, if it's saving or not, or how much, right? If you are. So now we're going to go really quick into the example of the financial independence needs number, and this is a formula that that we use um, to help people figure out when they retire, when how much they're going to need, right? And this is really important formula that we need. So we'll go through it. And so what age would you like to retire? Most time it's an example of 65, but why is that the age, right? What if we could retire earlier if we planned it? Like for my son, he told me he wants to retire when he's 45. And we also started him, with the help of Sean, a strategy to help him with his first retirement plan, and also other things that will help him get more understand more why the importance of what he's getting. So, but just for example's sake, we'll say 65, right? How much money would you like to have coming in monthly? So for myself, oh my God, I just talked to someone today and they were like, I want 100,000 a month. I was like, wow, great. Like we got to think out the box of what you really want, and this other young person that he said 8,000. I'm like, that's good. I'm 10,000. You just never know, right? At the end of the day, you just figure out what you want, what kind of lifestyle, because I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to give more when I retire. So, it all depends. So for the sake of this example, this person wants 5,000 a month. And then the average life expectancy is 85. So, 85 minus 6, that all depends. So this person will have 20 years of retirement. And we have to look at the monthly income times the 12 equals the annual need, right? So that's 60,000. And the annual need for the retirement, this is what the person will need, 1.2 million for their retirement. The day they retire, they need to have that in all of their accounts or one of their accounts. However, right, if they want to retire and meet their goals, what do you have in order to do that? Like, you have to really look at that. If that, you have to plan. And one of the other things I wanted to say right now too is what people need to realize, the two factors in creating wealth. And that's what wealth means to you, is time and money. So the younger you are, the less you need to put in, but for longer an amount of time. But then when you're trying to catch up, like I am, it's like you got to put more in the shorter time, and still it's just like a more of a challenge. So that's why this information is so important for our youth, for our young people to get comfortable with, because they don't teach this stuff in schools. No financial literacy is being taught in schools. And for me, I feel like there's a reason for that, but we need to open up our minds, open up, the options that are out there, and make different decisions and take action.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so very much. Hey, everybody, the information we're sharing with you, it's really basic. It's really simple. It's just information that typically, unfortunately, isn't shared. It's not shared with people. So like, when we think about retirement, do we want to live our retirement by default or design? If we only go with the plans that were offered to us by our jobs, if they offered us something, we are hoping it works out. I don't want to hope for my future. If you're like most people, you want to know what's going to be what your future is going to look like. We don't want to have that guessing game. So I know we've talked about some of the rules before, but I want to give you all a little bit deeper shot into some of the money rules. And I really think we could kind of stop at these first two here. But the first rule is don't lose money. I think we can all appreciate that. Number two, always remember rule number one. If you roll with that, if you can work with that, you're in good shape. Now, getting a little bit deeper into it, hey, don't pay more taxes than you need to pay. No one's ever told you you're obligated to pay more than your fair share. But why do so many people do it anyway? It's because they don't understand the rules. They're just rolling through it without being able to ask the right questions to make the right moves for themselves. Number four, how do we avoid probate? We're paying taxes the rest of our lives. Why do I want more of it, more of the money to go away and for that time to go through a government process when my family needs that money, when your family needs that money? Are we outpacing inflation? My goodness, John Henry, you mentioned it earlier, and I was talking to my uncle who's in Las Vegas and saying, like, gas, $5 a gallon. John, you remember when we used to take $5 and you put $5 worth of gas in and you're cruising around for the weekend, right? You're good. You're good for the weekend. Now $5 might not even get you a gallon. So if your money is not keeping up with inflation, just that one concept alone, I think that $5 bill you see on the screen there, that may barely get you a gallon of gas. Your money has to be working hard for you because you worked hard for it. And then we look at compound interest versus simple interest. You want you to understand that. You want you to understand how your money is making money for you and make sure you're not just paying money in interest someplace else. And then a spend down concept. As we get more mature in life, and if something comes up and we need to access some of the government programs that are out there, guess what? They will only give you support if you desperately need it. Quick story with my uncle when he went into the not even a nursing home, he went into a board and care facility. because he made too much money to get government assistance, but he didn't make enough to really be in a nice place. So he has had to pay out of pocket. He would have had to spend all of his money, any money he had, any assets that aren't in the correct, safe, secure place. The government's going to make you spend all of that before they help you out. And then how much help are you really going to get? They're really going to put you in a nice place? Not likely. And then the last part is flexibility and accessibility. As we're saving up our money, ideally for retirement or just whenever we need it, ask yourself, with the vehicle you're using to save that large sum of money for the future, do you have access to it right now? Would you have access to it tomorrow if something happened? If you needed four new tires on your car, if you needed to replace the washer and the dryer and the stove, because everything always goes out at the same time, would you have access to those funds without penalty, without state taxes, without federal taxes? Do you have true access to your money? And now, as we break down the main three that we always like to talk about and focusing on, hey, how do we apply this to retirement? Hey, accumulation. We've got to be making money. Our money's got to be making money for us. And again, understanding compounding interest, because everybody wants to earn that 6 to 12%, but if they don't know how to do it, don't know where to do it, how can they? We help people out with that. We show them different ways where you can actually earn a strong rate of return. The second part we're looking at, as our money is growing for us, like we just said, we got to outpace inflation. So if it's in the bank, what's that going to do? You're getting less than 1% rate of return. Well, if it's variable, are you able to actually keep the gains when you make it? Again, variable by definition is unstable, unsecure, inconsistent. Are we utilizing a variable, inconsistent strategy to reach our retirement goals? How secure is our retirement going to be if we're only using that strategy? And then if we look at an index strategy where you don't have to worry about those losses, you can get that security, you can get more of that comfort and actually be able to plan things out for your future. Because so many people don't know how to do that, we show them how. We know how to access the programs that allow for that security. Now, when we look at this chart, when most people are going up and down with the market, we show people how to actually be able to lock in their gains. And just slightly before COVID actually hit, I was able to go to an organization with a business partner of mine, and we were looking at this. We met one individual. We're like, Auntie, how you doing? Cool, you've done well for yourself. You've saved up a substantial amount of. You've saved up over $1 million. That's so awesome. That is so great. I'm so glad to see that you're able to do that. Let's talk about how we can secure it. Let's make sure that we can. The market dropped before we had an opportunity to even dive into how she could protect her money. Lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the blink of an eye. No fault of her own, couldn't do anything, didn't even say, hey, I did something stupid with it, I had some fun with it. It was just gone. I don't want that to be a story for more people. We've got to have the conversation about what's going on with our money. How do we protect our money? We've worked so hard for it. We deserve it. And then the last part is the fun part. When we're actually distributing the funds, hey, that's when we're using it. But when we think about it, and Cynthia mentioned earlier, excuse me, we've got to deal with taxes at some point. Well, are we using a plan that's going to have us deferring our taxes to a later date and time? We know taxes are arguably historically low right now. What are taxes going to be down the road when we go to retire? We've all seen, we know national debt is going to be over nearly 30 trillion by the end of the year. What's going to happen with taxes? They're going to have to go up. So if we say, hey, I'll pay my taxes later, when taxes are higher, when, by the way, the kids are out the house is probably paid for. Those are a couple of your biggest deductions that you have on taxes. If you don't have that later on, how much more of a hole is that going to put us in? Are we using a plan where we could get taxed out of our retirement? We can get taxed back into the workforce? Let's understand the options that are out there and make sure we're putting ourselves in a position to win. And don't take my word for it. 401k plan, a lot of those company sponsored plans, they're out there and they put people at risk. They weren't designed to be retirement. It was meant to be a supplemental plan. Anybody can look this up about Ted Bennett and how he said, hey, as a father of 401k, it was designed to how can I get the biggest tax break for the employer and give the least to my employees. He said, if I were starting over from scratch today with what I know, I blow up the existing structure and start over. I'm not saying 401ks are awesome, and congratulations to anybody that had any insight to save money anywhere for their future, because congratulations, that's what you're supposed to do. That's awesome. But we're here to tell you that there's other options out there. We're here to show you that there's other options out there and give you access to them. Now, largely because of the creation of the 401k, how many of y'all that are on right now have a pension plan? When we think about, well, when I think about my parents, my grandparents, they had the pension plans and they were able to and are getting some Social Security. That's a decent amount of money that, hey, it's supplementing the income a little bit. And guess what? I know I can't plan on that. And I've never been offered a pension plan. And I lost money in my 401k. I was maxing it out. I borrowed from it, paid it back, borrowed from it, didn't pay it back. That real access to your money. And then I had penalties and taxes on top of that. So I've been there. I've gone through this struggle, and I want to help others avoid having to sit on a stool that looks like this, because that's not going to be comfortable to sit on, and when it crashes, that's really not going to be fun. So, hey, alternative plans, want to give you a sneak peek as to what that could look like. Look, a lot of times what we're doing is we're not saying, hey, we want to take more money out of your budget. We want to make you spend more or even save more. A lot of times we're just able to say, hey, look, what are you already doing with your funds? What plans are you using? Let me show you how we can give you more security, better access, better growth, and a more planned out plan, a properly planned out plan for your future. So in this scenario, that we simply showed this client how instead of maxing out their 401k or company sponsored plan at $19,500 a year, we said, hey, take care of your tax obligation now. You know what it is. You're young, you're working, pay your taxes now. Contribute over here. So instead of $19,500, they put in $18,000. They do that for 31 years, contribute a little over $500,000, and then they retire. They're taking out over $85,000 a year, and they don't have to worry about their taxes. And look at this. They'll take out over $1.7 million. John, do you know anybody that'd be mad if they gave you $500,000 and in return you gave them $1.7 million?
That's a great one.
Now I don't know how fair that'll be for you, but hey, if we can do that,
most definitely.
And those are the options we want to show people. And this is something that's really simple. And again, this isn't anything additional out of this client's pocket. And hey, whether somebody is saving thousands a month or a couple hundred a month, or even someone that's young saving $50 a month, guess what? These options are all out there. We can still give people exposure and access to plans like this that they don't have to be putting away hundreds of thousands a year. And that's what so many people think. Oh, it's not for me. It's not for me because I can't afford. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And it is for you. Absolutely for you.
Yes.
So speaking of things being for you, hey, here's a couple of books. Don't take our word for it. Check it out. Read these books. There's a ton of secrets in books. There's some great information in these two alone. I'm a big fan of them, and I highly, highly encourage every single one of you to go grab these books and read them. It will, I promise you, it's going to open your eyes up. It's going to open your eyes up real, real wide. So please check them out. Money, Wealth, Life Insurance, Power of Zero, amazing, powerful material. And that's what we have for you, everyone, for everyone tonight. I wanted to mention one more thing. Hey, the sooner we start, the better we are. The sooner we start, the better we are. So many people we will talk to, we'll sit down, we'll give them an overview, run through what we can do, and they say, you know what, that's great. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to do anything yet. Look, there's no such thing as being ready. You don't have to wait till you're ready to move. Right. Well, I love the example of people saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go skydiving." Well, you don't wait till the last minute to like, well, should I bring a parachute? No, you have the parachute ahead of time, and it's been checked out, so you know when it gets time to pull that cord, it's gonna open for you. You don't have to wait till you're ready to sit down and have a conversation about what you want to do. You want to start talking as soon as you can so that you can work towards your goals. You'll know what you need to do to be able to achieve your goals. So please, of course, we'd love it to be with us, but sit down, have that conversation with someone. Have the conversation with someone that can show you some options so that whenever the right time is, you can make that right move that's going to get you to your goals and your dreams that you deserve. So with that, thank you so much. That's what we've got. Brother, if you've got any questions for us, we're open for it.
All right, if you can stop sharing your screen, and yeah, we'll definitely get into it. I don't want to take up a lot of time. I know you all have a number of things that you're doing to impact our community, so very proud of you all. We're making some connection with some of our other community partners for you all so that we can get this in-person stuff, because we're trying to bring these hybrid models. You know, this is one way to do it digitally. We're going to try to bring some stuff in person to make sure that we impact our community with this information, because sometimes our community don't get it, but tonight is the night we have to get it. Moving forward, we are trying to encourage our community to start tapping into these financial literacy classes, start learning this information. And as like Sean said, we really want to impact our young people of the community. Okay, our early workers, our young folks. We want them to start investing early so that they, when they get up in age, they can have it. We have too many times in our community, people are waiting till they 40, 50 to start investing in their retirement. They miss those 20s and 30s, those precious years. If you start early, the benefit is so great down the line. And I am encouraging all of our people out there who are working. Don't depend on your HR people, because they're not for you. You heard what Sean said about the book, okay? These people are looking for their interests. These large corporations and these businesses are not trying to give you the real information to be better off in your retirement. If you talk to your HR people, they always say, well, we don't know, we can't advise you. Well, if you're the HR people, you should know, okay? These are the people you need to connect with. They are coming here to give you the information that you need. Pick up the phone, call Sean, call Cynthia, and start figuring out what you need to do, especially for our young folks out there who are 18, 19, 25, 30. Start investing in your retirement. I am asking my community, 15% of your gross income is what I want to start going into a Roth IRA or one of these accounts that Sean and them were talking about. We need to start taking this funding and putting it up and eliminate, you know, eating out, the fast food restaurants, they're going to hang out, the date night. See, sometimes we got to cut back on the date night to put money in there for the future. And I believe in this stuff, okay? But I am ashamed tonight because I received my books. See, I don't be messing around. I got the book here. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get to the books, but I will be reading these books, okay, community? I don't mess around. I receive these books. I have been so busy. And you all know I only get 2 hours of sleep. But I promise you, after the skating event, after the Feed the Hood, these 2 books I will read. Sean put them on the screen. Very important information, community. We got to pick up the books. We got to get the game. We got to get the information. I will be reading it. I'll be giving you all some of the tips that I received from the book. I will get through it. I am so busy, but I will get through it. And I appreciate you all for coming here tonight, blessing our community with this information. We got to get our community moving forward. With the cost of living and everything going up, it's only going to get worse. You heard Sean keep saying later it will get worse. If it's $5 for gas right now, what do you think it's going to be 20 years from now? It ain't going back to $3, okay? Prices are not going down. It's only going to keep going up. So I'm asking the community tonight, please do your part. Don't be ashamed. Don't be prideful. These are the folks you want to reach out to. Reach out to Sean, reach out to Cynthia, have a real conversation, sit down. They'll get your information and help you, walk you through the process. They are about meeting people where they at. They're not here to judge people. They're not here to talk about you. They are here to help you and guide you. That's what we need in our community right now. Our community is missing leaders who are not really just about trying to be, it's about me, but really trying to walk people through the process to get to the land of prosperity, especially in our financial realm. So I thank Sean and always honor them for coming on, being that connectivity and that resource to these intersections to make sure that our community is getting the right information. Very important stuff, community. Please talk to them. They offer a number of financial packages to help impact you. Maybe retirement is not your area of struggle. Maybe it's insurance, or maybe it's investing, or maybe whatever it is. Okay, have a conversation with these folks. They are from the community. These are our brothers and sisters. Okay, they are
Mhm.
the ones that is trying to get us out of this funk that we in. You can't depend on your HR department to give you the right information. Listen to these folks. They are the professionals. They are doing this work. We are watching the rates of people who are changing their financial paradigm around from taking these type of classes and rethinking and reimagining how do we deal with our money. Too many times in our community, we are not getting that education. We got to bring it back to the schools. We got to bring it to these type of platforms. We got to bring it back in person. But we got to get people moving in the right financial direction. It is sad when I look at the wealth gap here in America when it comes to our people. Okay, black and brown are the lowest. 17,000 a year of wealth is what they said in the black families and our Latin families. 171,000 of wealth in our white families, and it's for a reason because they take this information serious and they apply it. Okay, so we're
Mhm.
asking the community not just to listen to this and watch these videos. Pick up the phone. There's no charge. Call Sean. They'll reach out to you. Set up an appointment. They set up an appointment with me. I ain't bluffing. I got the books here. I believe in this stuff, y'all. This ain't no paid prescription, okay? I'm trying to make sure I got $3 million when I stop working, okay? I'm getting old. I'm 42, and my grandbaby making me turn 50 fast, okay, y'all? But I want to make sure I got the right amount of money, okay, to bless the community because I don't want to have to work at Walmart, Target, and I don't want to see you there as well. I want you to make the right financial decisions so that you can live the life that you want to live after you put up all of these hard days of getting up in the morning, putting in them long days, and getting those 2 hours of sleep like I get. I hope later on, if I do the right thing, I can get the 8 hours of sleep that I need. So thank you all for coming on. If there's anything else that you all want to say, just happy to be in space with you all again. Cynthia Vitt, put that back on the screen. This Sunday, get out there. You can talk to them in person. All you got to
Yeah.
do is get out there, okay? Get out there and come
Yeah,
talk
it's a
to
free event.
me.
It's a free event
It's
for
a free
you.
event.
And
There you go.
okay.
It's up on the
Yes.
screen.
Thank
All
you,
you have to
John.
do is come out there, call them. They'll be out in the community. It's a great event to just come learn, ask questions in person, get the information that you need so that it is great and it is all about that. So I am happy to say I'm going to pull up again and support Cynthia, Sean, the work that you all are doing. This is very important. I believe heavily in it, and we are really trying to encourage our community to get involved and take control of your financial means. This is
Yes.
very, very important community. Now is not the time to just, I'll deal with it when I deal with it, like Sean said. We have to deal with this now as the costs are increasing in our community. I just told y'all earlier in the segment the amount of people that need food security and support. The discretionary funds in our community are being sucked out by gas, food, and other means to live. So you have to be intentional with your money right now and make sure you know where all your money is going and you are saving and you are planning intentionally. And that's what we do here at both sides of the conversation. Intentionally bring the right resources to you. So now you don't have an excuse because if you come up to me and tell me you don't know nothing about it, and I know you was watching tonight, I'm gonna have a problem with you. They came here to give you the information. Sometimes God send these messages through other people. They're here tonight. Take this message, take this information, bring it to your family, okay? And let's start raising our young generation ahead of time and preparing them and teaching them the real value of money. Why is it important to invest in retirement? And why is it invest to handle the money that they have to make it stretch for the future? So thank you all for coming on. If there's anything else you want to say, please do it now so I can let you all get out there and go bless some more people tonight.
Thank you. I just want to say, like what you keep saying, because what one of my mentors had said this week too, I've been hearing it, and it's what I've added to is like education without implementation is only information. And yeah, it's all about the law of attraction. There's action in that too. It's like everything that has unfolded for me. It's like there's a reason why you're even probably listening in, hearing us talk about this topic, and John's great work that he does all in the community, and Sean. I mean, it's all, there's a reason for everything, and timing is everything, and there's a process, and there's beliefs, and you just got to realize it's on a continuum. So it's just figure out where you're at to go where you need to go is what I say. Thank you, John. Thanks again. And I appreciate you.
No, thank you very much. The community is speaking out. Mary said, great presentation. I think it was phenomenal information. It ain't nothing but a phone call to get more information.
Right.
There's no charge to call Sean. There's no charge to call Cynthia. Reach out to them. It's right there at your access in your hand. Pick up the phone, make a phone call. Don't be prideful, community. We got to swallow our pride. Reach out and get the help. I do these assessments, and some of these people's finances is crazy. The amount of things that people waste money, don't even know that it's coming out the account with direct deposit. And that's the one thing we got to watch out. We sign up for these subscriptions and all of this stuff, and we don't even understand they taking this money out of our account. And because we go, and we don't even monitor our account, people are taking money out of our account all the time. Very important stuff. Great information tonight. Renata's just said, this information is very important. I agree 100%. This is the right information that we need to keep getting to our community, and we're going to keep pushing it out to the community here at both sides of the conversation. We don't have time to talk about all the other stuff. There's enough stuff going on, but this is the real conversation. If we really want to have sustainability in the Black and brown community, we really want to have equity. It comes with ownership and keeping our wealth within our families and passing it on to our next generation. And it starts with these conversations in your retirement. Don't work so hard to not have enough in the future. Like Sean said, we want $1 to $2, $3 million for our people, and they can pay off their homes and just live life great. And I don't want to see our folks having to go to Walmart or doing security and things of that nature. So let's be smart. Let's be intentional, community. Let's take this information, utilize these resources, apply this information that you have tonight. Reach out to Sean. The information is going across the screen. We'll continue to share their information. If you lose track of it, you can go back and watch it. Cynthia numbers up there. They are so gracious. They put their phone numbers. How do people give you access to them? Only us. I think it's just something with us folks, Cynthia gives her number out without a problem. Sean gives his number out the problem. And everybody has my number. My phone is like ringing 3,000 times. I got to stop doing this. See, I learned from you all, and now I'm paying the price.
It's all good.
But, look, everybody's got free minutes now. It's just a matter of how many people are actually going to, again, use them. Right? Use the free minutes. Make that phone call. And, John, you stole my word. Move with intention. If you're not intentional with your actions, then how are you going to have a future? How are you going to have the future that you want, that you need? I don't want to say deserve, because if you're not intentional, well, what type of future can you expect to deserve?
No, that's true.
Be intentional and pay yourself first. Now, hey, you're spiritual. You want to give that blessing back. You're going to give your tithe, absolutely. But I know a great example that I saw a guest pastor use. I may have said this before, but he had 2 pies. The first pie, he went through, spent everything, and said, God, here's the crumbs. The next pie, he said, he took immediately and he cut out that 10%, said, here, God, this is yours. And then he said, now what God can do with the rest of it is he can bless it. He can put the whipped cream and the chocolate syrup and the cherries and the sprinkles and the nuts and everything on top of it, because you paid him first. So
you're making me hungry, Sean.
Hey.
That's a great analogy.
But you got to pay yourself first, because who else is going to do it? As much as, hey, maybe your parents or your best friends might want to, but the reality is no one else is going to pay you if you don't pay you. So you have to pay yourself first and plan on taking care of you, because without you taking care of you, how do you take care of somebody else? We talk about all the other events that are going on out there, right? To feed the hood. How do you feed the hood if you can't feed your home? You have to take care of yourself if you want to go take care of others. So just take that to heart. Make sure you're doing the right thing, and let's come together. Let's stay out there. John, I appreciate you so much for everything that you're doing and allowing us to come on here and share this vital information with everybody.
Very powerful stuff.
One more thing, John, I have to say that is on the tip of my tongue is that I met your friend Patrick Carr this week, and he was saying how amazing you are. I'm like, yes, he's amazing, and about the work you do in juvenile hall. So sooner than later, as things open up, I offered him, I would love to go talk to those young men or women in juvenile hall to kind of start planting the seed in their head about financial literacy. So I'm putting myself out there to hold accountability.
No, definitely. We're going to be doing our part. There's a number of community folks that's trying to get in there to talk to our young folks. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, they have been very restrictive of letting folks in and as it open up and we get through this, I'm definitely going to be inviting the community to come bless with our young folks. And we're going to try to bring these community conversations to the community as well. I'm going to definitely work with you all. Like I said, I ain't forgot. It's just been busy. But once we start doing these events, kicking off stuff, we're going to make sure that you get all involved. And I know you've reached out to East Oakland Collective. They're trying to put some financial literacy stuff. So we're going to work together. We're going to bless our community. We're going to keep doing it. And I agree with you all. What you're saying, Sean, very powerful stuff. Again, I always say it. You can't lead the community if you don't feed the community with love, information, and food. And that's what we're doing here, giving that information out because we want to be there with the community and move forward. I don't want to just see people see the things that I'm doing and say, hey, no, I want you a part of this. If I'm changing, I want you to change. If I'm changing my financial paradigm, I want my community to change their financial paradigm.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not in the business. Okay, y'all know they know I'm different. See, I'm not like the other executive directors and other leaders of the community. Sometimes I think I need to because I'll be so busy, but I'm in the community. I believe being out there with my people. Okay, I have a phenomenal team that I am building up behind the scenes to handle all of that because I want to be with the people. I want to move my people and I want to lead by example. Sean and Cynthia is coming here leading by example. Y'all hear me all the time on this platform say leadership is about demonstrating what's possible through action. And that's what they're doing. They've taken the change. They've taken the leap of faith to change their financial paradigm. They are coming back and giving you the information that they learned to change your paradigm. And now it's up to you. Take this information, apply it, and start moving forward in action. And it starts today. Pick up the phone, call Sean, call Cynthia, get out there, and we're going to make sure that our community is blessed. So thank you all for coming in. I know you have to go to another event.
And John, let me throw one more thing in. Just thought about as you mentioned that, hey, if there's anyone watching now that knows somebody you know or you know an organization that you'd like us to come speak to share and speak on any of the financial topics that you believe might be a blessing, might be of interest to the people in that community, at that organization, give us a call. Let us know. We'd love to get that booked out and scheduled up because the more people we can go out and share this information with, the stronger impact we can make in the communities. So
definitely phenomenal stuff. And thank you for the work you've been doing over the years with Glide, educating those folks. This is how it works, community. Little baby steps to get us to the thing. We ain't going to win overnight, but we can start little steps, little information, and you can start saving that money. I'm telling you, you'll start going to the store and saying, well, I guess I don't need that. I don't need that Gucci. I don't need that Prada. See, when you start loving yourself and you want to get your financial self together, there's a lot of ways in our community. We always talk about healing. We often have to heal mentally. We often have to heal financially. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen in our community. This is part of that mental health because we know when our finances are not right and they're not in line and we're not doing the right financial things, they also cause us stress, anxiety, and depression, different things as well. So it's all tied together. When we talk about healing ourselves, it starts with all of this financially, mentally, what we eat, all of that. East Oakland Collective doing it, making sure our community gets the healthy food. It's a combination of things that we have to change in our life. I always tell the young folks in juvenile, the only way you change is the people, places, and things that you do and eat is also part of that. So thank you all for coming on tonight. A phenomenal show tonight, short to the point. This is what it's all about. They didn't take up a lot of your time.
Yes.
Gave you a little bit of the gems, the sauce, the information that you might have didn't know. Now you pick up the phone and get the rest of it. Thank you all for coming on tonight, Sean and Cynthia. I know you all have to go. We appreciate you. You know, you're part of the both sides of the conversation family, as we say. You are welcome to come here anytime and give our community that sauce and that information because we never know when somebody's going to watch this later. We don't know when somebody new is going to be watching, and we want to make sure they get this information. So thanks for coming back and making sure that our community gets all the parts of financial literacy that they need to be looking out for. So thank you very much.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank you.
With that being said, community, it is time now to bid you all goodwill. I want to remind you all, our next show will be next Tuesday for our Hidden Gems. We will have the Feed the Hood folks, the Heal the Hood folks. They're going to come on here and tell you how you can support, what's going on, how did they create this, why is it so important? You'll hear that information next Tuesday. That is our next live show. We will not have a live Sunday conversation this week. as we are working in the behind the scenes to do the things to build up our staffing and our finances to bring some of these paid staff folks on here and bring some of this programming that we need back to the community. We have a phenomenal thing that we're putting together that's going to impact the community. We are working due diligently. So thanks to our team this Saturday. Please, community, come out. You want to hang out with me? You want to come see me? We're going to have our photo drop. You come take a picture with both sides of the conversation. Y'all know I always want to throw on my Black Power wrist because it's always all power to the people. You want to come get one of those photos with me? Come out there. Come see us. Come skate. Bring the kids. Bring the cousins. Come out there. We're going to have food, a number of things for our young folks. Come out and chill with us. We're going to be out there. It's going to be a fun event. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to be dancing. I'll be falling all over the place. So y'all can pick me up 20 times. But we'll be out there having a good time, enjoying ourselves. So I hope to see you all. And then the following Saturday, we'll be feeding the hood. That's the Thanksgiving holiday weekend before. We're going to make sure that we impact our community all through that Thanksgiving holiday. You'll see me at different events. I'll be moving around, helping, but Feed the Hood is the most important event that we're going to have next week. But I'll be going to glide different places. I'll be moving around to lend my support to help the community, and we'll be doing our funding and stuff that we're going to be helping out some organizations and family. Y'all know I take this serious every holiday season to make sure that we spend our dollars for our Black and brown businesses, as well as those community folks. We'll be supporting some of the families. Maybe we'll be paying a couple of PG&E bills. We'll be dropping off some money to our young folks. Both sides of the conversation, we'll be helping them out. We always trying to help our people. It might be little, but it'll be impactful. And we thank you all for continuing to support us. With that being said, for the folks that didn't get to see it, we're going to play our short clip, 40 seconds, and then we're going to end tonight's segment. So thank you all for tuning in to tonight's Educational Thursday. We'll have another one next week, and we'll continue to be pumping these out for our community and make sure that our community gets this information. So thank you, Sean. Thank you, Cynthia, for tuning in. I'll let you all go. We'll play this quick video, and we'll end tonight's segment. But thank you all. And for the people that missed the segment early, you want to know about the information on our skate, what's going to be going on and what it looks like, take a quick look at this short clip, and we'll be getting out of here after that. All right, that's it. If y'all want to come see some nice roller skaters, them people, we got some folks from Houston. They fly all the way in for the Bay to come show y'all some of their moves and some of the skills they got. I won't be trying none of them tricks, okay, because I know I'll be falling. But I'll be out there. I hope to see you out there. We are 2 days away. I am excited. The weather's going to be nice. Please come out, bring the family, bring the kids, and we're going to have fun. So hope to see you all there. Have a blessed evening. Be safe. And we'll see you all soon for our next live show. Have a blessed evening, everyone.
Thank you. Night.
Good night.